Hello, I was searching for basic facts of Netherlands. Sorry if I'm looking here and then here. It's because I'm reading the presentation. But yeah, a basic fact of Netherlands. I found out that it's the sixth happiest country in the world. I consider this very cool. I don't know what are the reasons of this. Like, how do you do to be so happy, or I don't know exactly if it is completely true or what do you think about it, but I consider it very cool. Also, that is Netherlands is the most physically active European country. I consider this also very cool, like very healthy and very, I don't know how to explain myself, but yes, cool. Also, there are more bikes than people. Since I'm cyclist, I consider this like wow, amazing. Also, don't call Netherlands Holland. I don't know exactly what is the reason of this. Like, if you are get mad if someone calls you Holland, or if it's not the correct way to call you, or I don't know why or how, or if you agree or what do you think of this. But yeah, don't call Netherlands Holland. I will consider it. Also, that was the first same-sex marriage. I don't know what you consider about. I consider it very beautiful. Something, yes, nice. Love is love. And a very random fact is that there are over 1,000 windmills.
Education in Netherlands. There are three different levels of education in Netherlands. Is primary education, that is 8 years of primary education. Secondary education, that is 4, 5, or 6 years. That depends of the school. And then higher education, that after secondary school, they can go on to higher education. There are also private and public schools at all levels. Private institutions are mostly based on religious or ideological principles. Sports in Netherlands. The top three sports in Netherlands is football in number one, number two is field hockey, and three is korfball. In football, I think the Netherlands already deserve a World Cup because throughout history, they have had really good teams and players, and they just reached the World Cup final in 2010. So yeah, I think they already deserve a World Cup. And field hockey, I know that the Netherlands women's national field hockey team is the most successful team in World Cup history. And they have like 6 titles. So yeah, they are really good. And korfball, I have never heard of that sport. It's weird because it's like a mixed gender sport. They play 8 players, 4 males and 4 females, and it's like really similar to netball and basketball. So yeah, and approximately 4.5 million people in Netherlands are registered to one of the 35,000 sports clubs in the country.
About the culture and traditions that you follow, I researched that you guys eat herring. I don't know what is the reason of this, or I don't know if you follow this tradition, eating herring. I think that I wouldn't like eating that, but cool. Queen's Day Market. I researched that is, I think that April 30, so it's almost or but because of coronavirus, I don't know if you are going to do this tradition. I don't know how is coronavirus in your country, is it is controlled or how is it. But Queen's Day Market, I think that is something very cool. Here in Mexico we do similar kind. About Sinterklaas, I think that is so cool that tradition, especially for little kids, for children. Um, and yes.
Music in Netherlands, a popular genre of Dutch music is Levenslied, is which means song about life. And this type of song have simple rhythms and melodies, and are always built up on choruses and verses. And the themes are always sentimental. Some of the instruments they use are the accordion, the barrel organ, that are essential to Levenslied. They also use synthesizers and guitars, and some of the artists that are included in this genre is Gus Alberts, Andre Hayes, and Willie Alberti. So speaking about EDM producers and DJs, Netherlands has the best ones in the world. They have Tiesto, Martin Garrix, Armin van Buuren, Afrojack, Brooks, Mesto Harwell, Don Diablo, Shoutek, and Oliver Heldens, among others. And they all of them are within the top 100 of the best DJs in the world. So yeah, my favorite is Martin Garrix.
I was researching of the food that you eat. Stroop waffle. It seems so delicious. I want to taste it. It's a kind of cookie or a kind of waffle, but it looks delicious. Also, the patat, I think that is the way that you call to French fries. Delicious also. The poffertjes, I'm sorry, I don't know how is it pronounced, but yes, that those are type of pancakes. In here we call them hot cakes, and also is it seems very delicious. Cas, I don't know. Also, sorry because of my pronunciation. I don't know how is it pronounced. Cas, that is cheese, and stampot, that is mashed potatoes and veggies. I think that it's delicious your food, but I don't know if you really eat these things or sorry, I was interrupted. But yeah, I was saying that I don't know if you guys like this food or if you really eat them or or what is your favorite Netherlands food or yes.
Geography. So Netherlands is located on Europe, and to the east side we find Germany, and to the south we find Belgium. And Netherlands is protected by dunes and dikes of about 1 meter above the sea level. And without these dikes and dunes, the densely populated part of Netherlands will be inundated by the ocean and rivers.
I was searching for pictures of nature in Netherlands and I saw water landscapes and a lot of trees. It seems very beautiful and very cool. I don't know if you like go to hang out there with your friends or with your family, but it seems very cool and very beautiful.
Why the Netherlands use orange? So Netherlands is identified all around the world by the color orange. They wear it on days of national pride and on their national teams as well. And they use orange because of William of Orange, also known as William the Silent, and he led the Dutch in the revolt against Philip II and Spanish rule, known as the 80 Years' War. He was the first stadtholder of the Dutch Republic, declaring their independence in 1581. Art in Netherlands, the Dutch Golden Age painting was about 1620 to 1680, and it was when different styles and ways of painting were developed. And art during the 17th century Between 1605 and 1635, over 100,000 paintings were produced in Harlem, and after the end of the Golden Age, production of paintings remained high but ceased to influence the rest of Europe as strongly. And here I put two of my favorite paintings of Dutch artists. The one in the left is called "The Girl with a Pearl Earring" from Johannes Vermeer in 1665. And to the right is the one that it's called "Starry Night" from Vincent van Gogh in 1889.
Last but not least, the places of interest. Well, first, Amsterdam. I think that is like the most famous European destination that we all want to go. One day I will go to Amsterdam. It's very beautiful. Well, it seems very beautiful. I don't know what you think. Rotterdam, I read that is the most modern city in Netherlands. Edam or Edam. I'm really sorry of my pronunciation. I don't know how is it pronounced, but I read that tourists love to go there because of the cheese market they have, and Gouda, that is so famous because the old buildings and the pretty like connections they have in there. And yes, bye.